Hi, Jason Petrie, designer of the LeBron VII PS. LeBron has 2 seasons within a season. Marathon is the full NBA season, 82 games of regular pounding, night in, night out. 28 games being the full number of games that could possibly be in a playoff season. You're much more focused. It's much more about get through these games, win at all costs. The 7 PS reflects on the sprint aspect of the 28-game season by basically removing weight and excess materials, at the same time providing LeBron with the support that he needs, but doing it in a more lightweight and tuned manner. With this clear perimeter, the idea was to be kind of see through to the technology, almost like in a sports car where they'll have the clear cover over the engine. You can see the zoom airbag here around the edge in the heel, and then also kind of cut away to the shank here in the midfoot. That rubber sidewall kind of wraps in the necessary areas for support right here in your heel crash pad and your forefoot outrigger. But then throughout that perimeter, you'll notice a micro texture representing LeBron's hometown of Akron. There's also 82 grooves representing the 82-game season and kind of the path that you have to take to get to the playoffs, which is what this shoe ultimately is about. The ring contains some important numbers and some important parts of LeBron's life, again, carrying through some of those aspects from the 7. But then within that, there's 16 dots representing the 16 wins you need to get that ring. For this shoe, we've gone to a new cushioning setup for LeBron, which is basically utilizing a full net heel zoom bag, 14 millimeters thick. It's basically the size of an Air Max bag, but using zoom technology. And then a top-loaded forefoot airbag that, again, right under the net heads in the forefoot. We have lightweight IP, injected Phylon midsole, shaves us a ton of weight, and you can see how far that reaches back, kind of bridging the 2 zoom units and really adding torsional rigidity to the midsole. LeBron is all about power and speed, and you really need something to stiffen up the ride just enough so that he can use that force to spring off of and you don't lose it. We use patent on the 7 because it's a little stronger. It allows us to basically pull the midsole up into the upper, making it a higher sidewall for LeBron to push off of. Contain the lightweight elements of the shoe, give you kind of a stable foundation. From there, we really reduce the amount of materials in the upper, taking away kind of the leather gasket and replacing it with just a huge panel of fly wire that has been specifically tuned for what this shoe is meant to do, provide LeBron with the support that he needs for the playoffs. So it's minimal, but just where LeBron pushes off here in the forefoot so that LeBron can activate the zoom bags and really have the shoe be a one-to-one fit to his foot. The booty has a more breathable and open mesh material than we used on the 7. Greater moisture wicking, but also a lighter package. It's just mesh, so it's much lighter. Looking at the tongue top, we've actually kind of reconsidered that, took the fly wire parts out of the tongue and really just built in this super lightweight open cell foam padding, almost like a pro combat type of approach there on the tongue top. Minimal, super light, and then again perked all the way through so that you get air moving through the entire shoe. Another really important thing, along with the asymmetric collar cut, is this molded internal collar. It's really been engineered to fit one-to-one to your foot. It's kind of like a zero space kind of mentality, so that you'll also find, some areas here on the inside that fit precisely right around your ankle to really just make this thing fit like a track spike. This little heel tab is something that was on the 7, but we've taken it and kind of pulled it out a little bit, almost like a spoiler deploying on a sports car when it gets to a certain speed. And the badging down the back inspired by the badging on the back of actually one of LeBron's cars, and the way the car was done up was ill. So, we just kind of wanted to reflect that a little bit, as well as the L23 button, which, again, on the 7 was metal, riveted, very strong. What we wanted to do was reinterpret that to still be detailed and really tell the story, but be much lighter weight. Same with the lion head. We felt like come playoff time, it's really about that ravenous inner beast. The lion comes out, it's time to hunt. The L and J, similar to what we had on the 7, again, kind of reflecting just kind of LeBron's lifestyle, what's important to him, and that connection between these 2 shoes because they are a family. They do, they were kind of built with each other in mind.